Yo, what's up, guys? It's Trance here. About to drop this quick 3DS XL review. Um, I've been wanting to do this pretty much for about an hour now. I just thought I would go into a little bit more depth with the handheld. Um, as I stated before, it's really a really great upgrade to the regular 3DS. The screens are, as stated numerous times, about 90% larger. The form factor is definitely more ergonomic than before. I know when I had my original 3DS in my pocket, it kind of hurt because of the really sharp edges. But as you can see with the 3DS XL, the edges are actually rounded out now, and the unit is actually very thin. Um, for example, I'll close it, and this is actually how thin the 3DS is, and the form factor is really nice. It's very thin. It's very lightweight. Compared to the original 3DS, you can tell the difference between the compatibility is that you see kind of it's a little bit more bulkier than the XL in terms of side by side comparisons. Um, so yeah, the profile is actually thinner, but the main feature of the XL is definitely the screen size. And like as you can see right now, well, I did a system transfer, so I never went back to the main menu. But as you can see, the screen size is really great. Um, the the buttons have a more clicky feel to them. They don't have the mushy feel to them anymore like the original 3DS had. Um, Best part about the 3DS, the new XL, is that a lot of people complained that the stylus was inconveniently placed on top of the 3DS, but on the XL, they actually moved the stylus here on the side. Well, I've actually have it right here, but the stylus is actually right here on the side now. So, like, if you want to if you're playing a game where you need some quick stylus action, you don't have to reach for the back of the 3DS anymore. But now you can just pull it from the side, and yeah, the stylus is no longer I guess a retroscoping stylus. It was a cool idea at first, but it got really annoying trying to pull the stylus out every time you had to use it, and then when you didn't pull it out, it was really like short. Like who uses a stylus like this is retarded. But really great upgrade from that. Like I said, everything's still the same about the 3DS XL to the 3DS. Screen size, huge improvement. Buttons, huge improvement. And one of my biggest thanks to Nintendo is that they replaced those god awful buttons. The 3DS had these really weird buttons for select, home, and start, where they were tactile, but they just feel really weird. You had to push them in, and it just felt weird. Now on the XL, the buttons here are actually rubberized here, so you can actually just click them in and whatnot, and then you can actually feel what you're pushing instead of hoping to push in the button and hope to get a response. Because I think for these buttons, if you look like right there in the center, you can see like a little, I guess, a tactile thing. It's really weird, but I'm really glad they replaced the buttons with the new ones. Um, so earlier, like I said, I play tested um, Zelda. I play tested Metroid Fusion, and the screen size has definitely really improves the games in terms of visuals. So, for example, I'll actually start up a Game Boy Advance game right now. So let's start out some Yoshi's Island real quick. And then a lot of people complain about the Game Boy Advance games that their screen resolution wasn't really up to par compared to the originals on the Game Boy Advance. But just as a test, like this is the Game Boy Advance version of Yoshi's Island. Uh, and you can just see the difference in the screen quality, that it actually takes up most, if not the whole screen now, versus the little rectangle that was there before. So since I'm holding this camera with one hand, I can't really play, but I'll just show you guys how it would look on the XL. And this is a great game, by the way. Definitely one of my favorite Yoshi games of all time. But as you can see, the resolution is definitely improved a lot versus how it used to look like on the original 3DS, where it was about 1/3 of the whole screen. So, but yeah, that's that. Just gonna exit here. Um, but I mean that's pretty much it. I mean I can't really say much about the XL. I mean it's a definite upgrade. I would recommend it. This is really honestly the product Nintendo should have came out with from the get-go. I don't know why they didn't actually just come out with this unit before, but I guess they weren't too sure of the market and how people would react to a glasses-free 3D game system. The screen resolution is definitely, like I said, a bit more softer than the original 3DS. So around the edges, some games, some text font may look a little soft. For example, when I played Ocarina of Time earlier, I noticed that the text, I wouldn't say it was pixelated, but it wasn't as sharp because, the smaller the screen, the more sharper the resolution is. But the larger the screen, it goes down a little bit more, I guess, softer, like, because it's not really stretched out. It's just the resolution is just kind of, can't really explain it, not really blown up, but it's fitted. But I guess to make some sacrifice